Hi everybody. What's up guys? Welcome back. Friends, jiu-jitsu family, brothers and sisters, parents. Good to see everyone. Hope you guys had a healthy and safe week and lots of jiu-jitsu practice throughout this time.
Lots of new fruits and vegetables at this time.
That's what we want to know again today. More new foods, for sure. Today we have something special to give away. He sits in the corner over there. We're going to give it away at the end of class today. And we are going to allow you guys to enter to win that. Okay? His name starts with a B. And sounds like... let's start with a little bit of warm-up, a little bit of mobility, little movements. Review some of the ones we saw before, like last week's, and then add some new ones. Shall we, Hiron?
Yeah. I think did we discuss break falling last week?
I don't know. I don't think we did break fall, no. I think we did base get-ups, as well as a review of some other ones.
So we can be laying down first. Let's all lay down and just move in a circle. One of my favorite ones, just to start, moving in a circle.
No hands if you can, you guys.
Just one time in each direction, since we have a lot to do today. Other direction. Great. And then we can go to the side now. We'll go to one side. Hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders. Other side, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders. Move like 4 or 5 feet. Then I can do a back roll. Roll over my shoulder. And if I want to do a front roll, you can put our leg up like this and up high on the other knee. And now my opposite arm goes through. So my leg is up, opposite arm goes through, and my head goes through. Okay, and then back roll once again. Okay, and then the break fall. What else can we do? Oh, the shrimp.
Base get-ups, yeah.
Let's do the shrimp. So we're laying down, and we put one leg straight, and we roll to the side of the straight leg, both hands bracing a parent's
And if you don't have someone right there, just put your hands on an imaginary leg.
Use the foot and the shoulder. Hips lift up and hips move back. And then straighten back up. And then switch legs. Both hands to the side of the down leg. Block, foot, hips up and back. Boom. If you want to bring your hips back, go ahead and do that. So a couple shrimps to each side. And now the guard, giddy up and base. So now we sit up. And if you're laying down, sometimes it's helpful to use your leg to give you some momentum to help you sit up. So you throw your leg and then you tighten up, and the weight of your leg helps your body sit up. So sitting like this, we fold one leg underneath because we're going to stand up in base. Put both hands on the ground to the side of the leg that is down. Both hands are down. Foot is ready, the foot's not too far away. And with the weight on your hands, we stand up in base. And there we are. And then hands go back down, rewind. You can do the other side. Start with both legs up, fold the leg underneath, both hands on the ground, on the side of the leg that is down. Foot and hands carry your weight. Watch my bottom leg goes back, around, and then I stand up in base. And now as for the break fall, sometimes you can get taken down or you can lose your balance, you can fall to the ground. So we'll do it first from sitting. Let's all sit like this and fall in a way that allows us to keep ourselves safe, especially our head and from hitting the ground. So watch, we roll back, and as we roll, we slap the ground, but we keep your chin tucked in the whole time. So chin tucked, roll back, and slap the mat. We don't want to hit our elbows on the ground, okay? And we don't want to use the back of our hand to break the fall. We want to use our palm and no elbows. Look. Okay, so extended arms. Now, if we do it from maybe a squat, we can do it from a squat. So it's a little faster, a little more height. We roll and we break the fall. Try not to do a back roll, even though it's fun to do a back roll from here also. For now, we're just falling on our backs. And now the last one from more standing. So I'm standing, I squat a little bit, and I break the fall. Remember the whole time, chin tucked, so we don't hit our heads on the ground. So one break fall from sitting, one break fall from squatting, And then the last one, from standing, we squat down and we roll back. Okay, so we did 3 break falls. We got up in base.
And when do we use the break falls?
Anytime you fall down, I have been in situations where I was moving something and I didn't notice behind me there might have been, you know, a ball or a step or a chair, and I fall back and I go, whoop, and I break fall. Or sometimes we're being taken down. Henner might tackle me.
Yeah, for
He
standing.
might take my legs out. We're here, and Henner grabs my legs, so I break the fall, chin tucked.
So important, you guys. Yeah, so if you don't know how to break fall, if you don't know how to break fall, and you fall down, this has happened where people just from the fall, maybe they're in a fight, they get pushed, they get tripped, they lose their balance, and they fall. Because their head hits the concrete, it knocks them unconscious. So instead of getting punched by a person and getting knocked out, they fall down, boom, the head bounces, and they get knocked out. So something that wasn't even that dangerous, maybe like a trip or a push or slipping and falling on a skateboard, especially true when you're riding bikes, skateboards, that's probably the most important thing, is to have the helmet on, right? And that's why you have a helmet. Because when you're riding at high speeds, breaking the fall is harder because there's so much momentum. So the best thing is break fall technique and have a helmet when you're riding anything, number 1. I've made that mistake myself and I paid for it. Number 2, if you're not riding on a high-speed vehicle and you're enjoying everyday life, but you trip on something, you step over something, you lose your balance, or you're in a fight and you fall down, knowing how to break fall can prevent you from getting knocked out. And then once you get thrown to the ground and the person potentially, let's say you fall down, he breaks his fall, boom! Now you have someone standing over you. So from here we can do a little warm-up exercise today where this person's moving around, look, and he's following. So now that we break fall, one kid lay down, one kid stand up, parent standing up, and all Hidon is doing is following me. He kept his head from hitting the ground, and you can use your foot, even if you're by yourself, show him how you pivot around on the foot. Look, whichever way the person's walking, he uses his foot to pivot. So it's a little different than the one he did before because he's actually using his foot. And then obviously from there, if at any point the attacker attacks you, boom, you block their hips, you bring them in, and you cycle right back into the guard techniques that you guys previously learned. Punch block series, keeping them close, manage the distance, manage the damage, critical. But today, we're going to get into some bottom techniques, some escapes today from worst case positions. But before we do, we want to talk about citizenship a little bit and what that means, and especially what it means when it comes to, right, your involvement both at the house, at school when school is open, around your peers. What do you, when you think of citizenship, what does it mean to you?
When I think of the community, I'm a big, like, when it comes to trash,
Yes.
right? I see trash on the floor all around the city, and it's not uncommon for me to help pick up trash. Or when I see, you know, I see my kids sometimes, and they are, you know, they're playing with a toy but they have a lot of old toys, and they want to throw them away. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to throw them away. I don't want to make more trash. I want to give these to somebody. So even passing on toys, I want to be less wasteful, and things that are clearly trash, I'm a big proponent of cleaning them up.
Citizenship, for those who don't understand, citizenship is your role within a group or community, right? How you are as a citizen. And a citizen is someone who lives in a larger community or a larger group of individuals. If you live by yourself on the planet, there would be no citizenship because there would be no interactions. Maybe with regards to how you treat the environment, that still counts, right? If it's you and the dolphins and nature, you can still be a good citizen to the planet Earth in that regard. But for right now and for what we're talking about, if you're in your house, you have siblings, you have parents, right? Everyone has their role in the house. And as helpful as you can possibly be in that role, right? Parents have roles and things that they do to make life more comfortable and facilitate everyone else. The kid, I have a 4-year-old son and I have a 18-month-old, a 1.5-year-old kid as well. And the older one, I explain to him, I say, listen, even though your little brother sometimes grabs you, pinches you, hits you, pulls your hair, and does things that really annoy you and frustrate you sometimes, we really appreciate your patience with him, your love, and your ability to help him, especially around the house. Let him have a turn with your toys, right? So Haven has a new skateboard deck that he don't give him that he loves sliding off the couch with. And it's Haven's deck. It's the older kid's actual toy. It's his actual deck. But the 1.5-year-old doesn't have a skateboard deck. So all he does is, please, let me go, let me go. So for the older brother to say, hey, and know that even though it's his deck, to share it with his little brother, that's amazing citizenship. And I make sure to tell Haven later. I say, hey, today when we were playing with the skateboard deck on the couch, sliding down, and you let Henson have a few tries, I really appreciate that, right? Showed appreciation so that he understands what an important role he plays in the community of the household. And those are the type of things we're talking about when it comes to citizenship. So for you guys at home, we want to definitely, here when we have a chance to share the mat with you guys and spend more time with you guys and see you guys in person, what type of behaviors you guys are engaging in to be better citizens in the household. We think those are very important.
And there are things, for example, with my 2 daughters, such as turning off the lights in the room, or being aware of the water that is running when they're taking a shower. They could be in the shower sometimes for 5-10 minutes and the water running. I say, guys, turn off the shower or run the water a little bit less pressure. And don't just play and allowing water to waste, because water is a valuable resource. So protecting the water, the electricity, the things like that, that's also good citizenship.
And his daughters are incredible at making sure they wash their hands when they enter the house. That's good citizenship, because then you're making sure that you don't bring bacteria into the environment. So they walk in every time and say, hey, don't forget to wash your hands. They remind each other, they wash their hands, and they go play inside the house. So he did a great job of teaching them that. And I need his daughters to teach my sons to be as responsible when it comes to washing the house upon entry. Citizenship. It affects everything. Let's talk about it. Some escapes, some jiu-jitsu. We talked about mount in our first live webinar for Bullyproof. We talked about the mount, but we only spoke about it from the position of the top. And being on top in a fight is the best possible situation. You take the bully down, you lay on top of him, you negotiate, you say, hey, leave me alone, wait till the teacher shows up, they break the fight up, you go in there, you give your side of the story, you're good to go. Now we need to talk about the opposite side of things. We need to talk about the escape, the survival aspect. And then later today, we also want to talk about, because it does pertain to citizenship, the rules of engagement when it comes to using jiu-jitsu in school. That's like the highest level of citizenship when it comes to jiu-jitsu, is when to use your jiu-jitsu and when not to. And I'm very curious who out there knows the rules of engagement, 1 through 5, the 3 T steps. We're going to talk about all that. But let's talk about some escapes first. In the assumption or the situation where the bully's bigger, they take you down, they get on top of you. It's not ideal, but it happens. And when it happens, let's see what some options are we can do. And it all depends. This is called the mount. Hidon is mounted on me. And it's very problematic because, look, I can't reach him, but he can reach me. And we're the same height. So for Hidon to be able to punch me and I can't punch him is a very bad place to be. The worst. All right. So how I'm going to escape from here is going to be based on a few variables. Okay? The first general variable is going to be, is the opponent on top grabbing and squeezing me and like pinching real tight, squeezing my body with his legs and arms? Or is the bully spread out and laying his body weight on me? Okay? So we have a squeezing bad guy and we have a spread base bad guy. Those two are going to warrant different escapes systems. But let's start with the opponent who's squeezing and holding and doing this kind of tight grabbing here. If they're squeezing like this, they're rollable. Okay? And if you don't know what to do, what would you probably do? Get off of me. Get off of me. No. I don't want to eat my broccoli.
Eat your broccoli.
Eat your broccoli. Say that. Okay, you can't get out, right? He's too strong, he's too wide, he's posting his hands up. But if you know jiu-jitsu, look what we're going to do. We're going to trap one arm, foot, and we're going to roll straight out. Okay, again. Check this one out, you guys. It's called trap and roll. This is the first move we teach in jiu-jitsu history to anyone who comes in for their first class.
Now, many of you might already know this technique.
Yes.
Right? It's also referred to as the
Snake bite.
Snake bite. His hand slips like a snake, comes underneath and bites and bites. And this is the move right here that until today, Henner mounts on me or I mount on Henner and we use it on each other.
Very advanced.
So even though you already know this is something you can just keep practicing, because as you grow up and you get older and older, you're going to have different training partners, different bullies, different challenges. And you want to keep perfecting this technique, and we're going to add a little more advanced details coming up soon.
So the mindset is, I gotta trap one arm and I gotta trap one leg. Because if I just trap his arm and I roll, he's gonna post his leg out. If I just trap his leg and roll, he's gonna post his arm out. But if I trap both, then he can't post either one. And then how do I make him fall? My hips. So we're gonna grab the wrist, grab the elbow, trap the foot. I'm gonna lock everything in and then push off the other foot to bridge as high as I can. And then he rolls over and I go right to my knees right here. We end up inside their guard. Right now I'm inside Hidon's guard. And then we're gonna talk about what to do from here on a different day. For today, I wanna see everyone land in the guard like this. And I want you to bring your hands inside, block both arms, and keep your head down. This is the position I want you to land in and finish here. Okay, and hold here for a little bit for this first slice. So you're not gonna, so he can't scratch you, hit you, and pull your hair. Go touch my head. Okay. Look, just framing. Use my forearms right here, and I'm blocking, and my head is low. My knees are wide, not like this. Look, boom, you fall. Okay, let's go back. So then we do it again. From here, look, grab the wrist. When I come under here, I grab the wrist with a monkey grip. No thumb, lock it in. This hand grabs the elbow. If you forget, he's gonna pull the arm straight out the back. So lock it up, tight, boom. And trap the foot on the same side. Same side as the arm. And now, push off the other foot, bridge your hips as high as you can. Push as high, go, we're practicing. Step right over. As soon as you land, come on the inside, block these arms. Okay, and then after a few seconds here, we'll switch roles. I'll come over, and we'll do this. You know, we'll slide this way. Look, bad guy, put your hand on their body right here so they can grab. This presumes that the bad guy's like grabbing or choking you, right? They're here on your body. Grab the wrist, trap the elbow, trap the foot. Try to pull your arm out a little bit. See how it is, parents. Check their legitimacy right here a little bit. And then from here, he's gonna bridge up. I'm gonna tuck my shoulder, and then he goes right to his knees, and he lands right there. And now we're on top. Look at his blocks. Try to touch their head. Look how he's blocking my arm so good, and his knees are so wide. He's not tippable here. Very nice. And then he wins here. Okay? One more time here, and then we'll practice another variation. Okay, so again, hands are on the body right here. Trap it. Monkey grip. Lock it in. Trap that. And I can't pull my arm out. It's very good control, you guys. Now, one common mistake they do is they switch hands. Like this. And if the hands are switched, my hand can post out more easily. When he switches back, it's much stronger. So which hand grabs the wrist? The opposite arm is the one that grabs the wrist. Okay, tricep, boom.
Now, something you can try doing, if you already know this, is try having your hands right here near your face and then trapping the wrist, the tricep, and the foot all at the same time. So I go like this, look.
Beautiful.
And then I trap the wrist, the tricep, and the foot, and I bridge at the same time. Look, boom, boom.
All together with the bridge. Excellent. So now let's go to another possible scenario. The person is, lay down please. Instead of grabbing onto you like this, you guys, with their hands, the person mounts on you and wants to punch you in the face. This is serious. Because if I'm mounted and my hands are on his body, he can grab them. Which is common because they're trying to pin you down or maybe just shove your back into the mud. If they're punching though, boom, boom, boom. Try to grab my arm. Boom. Boom, boom. Every time you try to grab, you lose it and you get punched by the other hand. So if they're punching, don't focus on the arms. Focus on the distance instead. Let me show you guys. So right when I mount Hidon, watch what he's going to do. We go. So quick.
Or sit up.
And then grab right there.
Or sit up.
So in all cases, what is he doing? He's getting to hugging the tree. We call it hug the tree. Hug the tree. Now, could I still hit him right here a little bit? Yeah. But on a scale from 1 to 10, how powerful is this? Versus, boom.
Oh.
My whole body.
Oh.
So, I accidentally clipped him. Look, no, be careful, you guys. As I mount, he's going to hug the tree right away. Boom. As soon as you can. So unless my hands are on his body, go back. Unless I stop him from hugging the tree by grabbing him, look. Now he can't hug the tree. Try to hug it. Can't. But what can he do? Boom, the other one. Okay? So right when you mount on each other, let's hug the tree, and then Hidon's going to break the steps down here slowly. Check it out. Coming up.
So now, using my arms, I climb up. Using my arms and my feet, I want to move north. Now, staying close. One arm hugs the back. And I wrap around his arm, holding the tricep and pinching my elbow in tight. Trap the foot. Now we have one side trapped, and we do what we know. We bridge.
Boom.
One more time.
Look how quickly he's
So,
already there. Boom.
hug the body. Sometimes you won't be able to reach your hands. You can hold the person's body and climb up, hold their shoulders, climb up, keep your head as close as possible. If your head is down, there's a little bit of space potentially to get pushed to the ground. So keep your head close. Parents, pick up my head with your hand right here. Remind me, pull my head up close. And we move, and we move. And sometimes hold my head the whole time. You can keep my head there the whole time to help me support the weight of my head. I hug the body with one arm, and now I'm gonna wrap the arm on this side. Because I'm looking over here, it's easier to wrap what I'm looking at. Once I wrap it, I grab onto the tricep and I pinch the elbow. Parent, pull your arm out a little bit and stay tight, tight, tight. I trap the foot. Tuck your fingers in right there, parents.
Look, you guys, turn your hand and tuck it under their back right here tight so it's not going to get your fingers folded.
Tricep hold, elbow pinch, foot trap. And now as this hand reaches, I push off my 2 feet and I do a big bridge.
Also known as shark bite or punch block variation of the trap and roll. Let me try this one. Check it out, you guys. Right when he mounts, I got to hug. If I'm too late, let's say he mounts and he sits up, go ahead. If he sits up and I was not able to hug right away and he's already throwing punches right here, you have 2 options. If you feel safe, you can grab him and pull him down. Just do a little bump and force their hands. Because what if he doesn't post his hands out right there? What if I do this and he doesn't post? He's going to hit his face on the ground.
I don't want to do that.
So he wants to catch himself. Boom. Okay? And when he does, now I can hug the body and stay close and then climb up a little bit. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to trap that front side arm like Hidon said. One arm hugs the body and then shark bite. Boom. Big armpit like, wow, strong. Not like this.
That looks, yeah. Oh, that's a great white shark
Bring your
bite.
whole armpit and bite as hard as you can. Trap this arm right here. Trap the foot on the same side. Keep your head very close. Tuck the other foot in. And then keep hugging here. And then this hand can help by punching over as well. Strong bridge. Watch out for their fingers. And over we go. That's one option. The other option, instead of pulling here, is if the punches are too many and you're blocking your face and you're covering right here, look, hips up. Forcing their hands to the ground. And then right away when they touch, now you can come hug the tree. If they start sitting up a little bit, sit up. And you don't like that, use your feet and pull them back down. So constantly making their hands touch the ground. And then when you feel ready, climb up a little bit. And then once you do, hug the body. There's the arm. If he pulls the punch right now, no problem. Go get it. Trap that arm, guys. Once you do, trap the foot. Other foot in the inside. Watch out for those fingers. Remind your partner to tuck their fingers. Big bridge all the way over. Land, step on the inside. Now after you roll the person, let's say it's a situation where the bully maybe has a few friends watching. And after you roll them off, you don't want to necessarily stay in this fight because you might get punched in the back of the head.
I want to do one more trap.
You can? I was just going to have him just engage real quick.
Okay, good.
On the get up. So after I roll heat on, boom, and I land right here, his friends are over there. Tommy's right behind me. And I don't have a friend to handle Tommy. So look what I do. I come up, I brace the hips, I jump up, and I get out. Okay? That's the best defense. When multiple attackers, get out of the fight. Don't hang out. Get up, get out. All right, so if you don't feel safe, push off their body, jump up in base. Let me show you one more time. Same base you guys learned before. You're on the inside right here. Boom, look, bring the hands. Boom, jump up, bladed stance. 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Strong base, and then you exit the fight. You don't need to stay in the fight. As soon as you roll them, you won. So you don't want to show one more trap and roll. Watch.
So sometimes when you're on the bottom of side control, the bully's holding me down from here. We land on the bottom. My arm is hugging his neck and I'm holding this arm. We talked about the shrimp escape last week, where if the person sits up, we stay close, we block their hip, we shrimp, we put them back inside the guard. But now, if somebody goes from the bottom of the side, from top of side mount, and they want to mount on you, go ahead and mount. Look at my hand right here. Go ahead, sit up, bully.
Oh, he's already got it.
I already have the same tricep grab, elbow pinch, head tight, and body hug, and foot trap. So from the side control,
Great detail.
okay, we're here. I'm staying safe because he can't do too much damage when I stay close. This neck hug is key. Now, when he steps over to mount, keep the body hug, trap the arm. As he sits up, I'm going to really have to hold this with my hand tight, elbow pinch, body hug, head tight, foot trap, and bridge.
Beautiful.
So sometimes, especially when I'm training at home at the school, at the academy,
Here, I find myself on the bottom and I invite the mount because the trap and roll is so good.
So we're here. As my leg slides over, his hand dropped to my tricep. I don't like this. I try to pull it out. My fingers tuck for safety, and then he sends me on my way.
Epic detail, you guys. So make sure you guys practice that. One person side mounted, one person on the bottom of the side. As they transition across, arm and back, make sure you trap the foot, right? And the question is, why can't I just do the side mount, the trap and roll from side mount? Right? Like you're here.
So let's watch from a different angle. If Hito's here, some of you are saying, why wait till he mounts? Why not just do it right now? Just roll him. Look, if we're here and I trap his arm, hug his back, and I try to roll him, I can't, because his weight is all way over here on the side. That's what I want to show this angle a little bit. Look, Hito's weight is here. I need his weight to be here, but it's way over here. So when he mounts on me, this happens. Boom. And once his weight lines up, then he's rollable that way. But I need him to transition. So having the arm wrap and having the back hug is great, but I do need his weight to commit on the full mount, which he will, because he wants to mount, usually. So we're here, as soon as he mounts, I go, boom, here, trap the foot. So he thinks he won, when really mounting on me actually made the situation worse. Okay? Excellent. So now, let's talk about, the guy has his hands out. Good idea.
So all of these trap and rolls, the standard one and the variations where we wrap the tricep, right? This tricep control, elbow pinch. Any one of these variations, the top person can sense that their arm is being trapped. Right here, for example, you can feel it, and you might rip your arm free. And now, to keep me from grabbing your arm again, you widen your base. He puts his hands out very wide. If the hands are very wide, it can be difficult to wrap the arm. But what we have to realize that he's giving us now an opportunity to do a different escape, where I do this. Watch, I put my leg in the ground and I slip out. So this is called the elbow escape.
And the benefit is, now I'm in his guard, you guys. And if I'm in his guard, I can't hurt him as much. He can defend punches, he can do guard get-ups.
He can do the guard
He can do
get-up.
this, kick away, look, and he can get back to his feet, where he actually stands up and gets out of here. So, but you have to get them in the guard first to do all those moves and to stay safer, where you can wrap the person up with your legs and lock on their back and hold on tight. So watch how Hidon goes from the bottom of the mount into the guard. Very sneaky, this one, because you have to slip your leg underneath your opponent. So parents or partners, we want you guys on top, kids on the bottom, and kids, you basically got to push one knee and slide your leg out, push the other knee, slide your leg out, and then if you end up with the person in your guard, you win 10
And
points.
kids, the number one, the most important detail is that when you put your leg down, you turn it a little bit to its side so your leg is flush to the ground. That will help the leg slip underneath your partner's leg. So look how my leg's already flat. I'm cheating. It's flush to the ground. Using my elbow or my hand, I push his leg down and I slide my leg out. Once it slides out, rotate all the way around. I turn my body, and now I brace the other knee and get my other leg out. Guard. One more. This angle right here.
Parents, as you practice with your child, because it may be their first, second, third, fourth time doing this move, the side that they're working on, make that leg a little bit lighter by transitioning your weight to your hands and your other knee, so they can slip their leg under. And then as they get better at it, then you put more pressure on that leg, and they'll be able to escape regardless, okay? So at the beginning though, lightening your knee a little bit will facilitate their slip under of their leg, so that they learn the pathway before they learn the resistance and full deployment of the technique.
So create a 9-year-old leg.
Yeah,
Or a 7-year-old
Create
leg
a 7-year-old
for
leg.
the child.
Yeah, if you don't have a 7-year-old to give him, you give him your 7-year-old leg. Look, hands, knee, and my knee is here, and he's gonna start to work on it. Look.
Again, my leg is sideways. So I'm side, use my elbow, push it down, slip the leg out. The moment it slips out, I want to turn my hips and face the other way. And once I'm on the other side, his hands are still wide. I brace the knee, and I move my hips a little bit out, which lets my knee come out. Once my knee is out, hip out, and guard.
Awesome. Let me try this, please. Check it out, guys. So Hidon's gonna mount, hands out. Remember I talked about narrow opponent versus a wide opponent.
Maybe you can trap my arm
Yeah.
and trap my foot and do a little bump, but freeze. As you're bumping slowly, go ahead, bump slow. Little bump, Henner.
Okay, going very slow here, you guys. Trap the arm.
But let's say then you let go of my arm. Like
Whoa.
as if he lost my arm. and then my hands are now wide. Now I'm not laying down like this. I'm kind of up, smart with a wide base, and now you can continue.
Okay, all kids right now with me right here. Let's do it together. Number 1, flatten your leg all the way on the ground. Get that leg fully flat. Everyone get the leg flat and get your body sideways. 2, bring your hand or your elbow and push this knee. If your elbow doesn't reach, use your hand, whatever it takes. Now, all together, we're gonna push the knee and slide your leg under and sneak it out. It's out. Once this knee is out, life is very good. Let's go back, stay right there, kids. The other option is use both hands. Sometimes if you need extra hands, you can use both. If you're smaller and there's a bigger bully, you slip your leg out. Once your leg slides under, I'm gonna turn my hips facing him. Everyone turn. Now, at this point, you're gonna take your other leg, stay where you are. Once your first leg is out, you can use your leg to trap their leg, but now we're focusing on the other side. Put your hand on their knee, use your hand to hug the neck. And now we have to slip this knee out, so wiggle it out and point it to the sky. Once that knee is facing the sky, once it's out, life is pretty good, but your foot is still stuck. So now, all you have to do is wiggle your hips this way, and your foot will come out and then cross your legs. If you end in the guard, you win. Okay, if you end in the guard, you win. So one leg at a time. By myself, here's how it looks. Look, stepping by myself. Okay, number 1, turn your leg flat. Number 2, find the knee down there. Number 3, push that knee and slide your leg under. Look. Once it's out, turn your hips. Boom. Trap their leg. And now put your hand on the other knee, slip your other leg out, and then once your foot comes out, guard. If they end up in the guard, you accomplish the mission.
Right there, in removing that final leg, you did a shrimp.
Yes.
So that warm-up that we do in the beginning of the class, that shrimp movement is very useful in this technique right here, the elbow escape. The same as it is in the shrimp escape from last week's side mount class.
Yes, very much so. Let's do it again. He's mounted. Everyone again. Hands out. Hug the body. This hand hugging the body is an optional detail, but it's especially important if you fear that they might try to sit up and punch you at any given time. By hugging the body, while I do my work over here, I make sure that even if he sits up, I can go with him and wrap his arm and then bring him back down and then roll him. Okay? So this hand back here can kind of keep safety, consideration, and closeness. But let's go together. Flat leg. Boom. Turn the hips. Everybody. Brace the knee. Forearm or hand, depending how long your arms are. Now, push the knee and wiggle your leg out. 1. Turn. Trap. Hug the neck. Now he don't spun me so you guys can see what happens over here. Now with your other hand, brace the other knee. Slip your knee out. And then wiggle that foot out. Guard. And then from there, you have many options. Boom, not the least of which is the base get up, guard get up. Okay?
Now, sometimes I find myself on the bottom of the mount, hands are out wide. I begin to do the elbow escape, but then you start to pin me down. Start to sit up. Yeah, pin me down so I can't do the elbow escape. He's controlling my shoulders, so then I switch back to the trap and roll.
Let's practice that slower for them. That's epic.
Yes.
Everyone follow the sequence here. This is very good. Very important combination where you do both escapes.
So if you start doing the elbow escape, but then the person on top goes from wide hands to pinning you down, it's now a little more difficult to turn. So then my flat leg goes to trapping as my arms also trap the arm all together. One more time. So he's wide. I want to do the elbow escape, but now he pins me down. Look at that forearm across my chest. Trap, wrist, elbow, and foot, and then bridge. So those are different combinations. As we mentioned earlier, I might start with the trap and roll. Trap, and as I go to bridge, his hand goes free. It breaks free. So I immediately put my leg on the ground. Don't just drop it on their foot. Bring it inside on the ground, and now we push, and we slip our leg out. Boom, boom, boom. Same. So the combinations from trap and roll to elbow escape, or elbow escape to trap and roll, being able to identify which one.
I want to do one where they post their foot out too. It's very common, right?
Elbow escape.
So if he don't down, check. I want everyone to do this one. Everyone start with the trap and roll. He don't already has my arm locked up. He even traps my foot, but it's not a very tight trap. It's a little loose. Let's rotate a little. Yeah, there you go. So now when he bridges his hips up to roll me, what should I do? I post my foot out so he can't roll me. Watch what he does. How easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guard. Let's all do that. And again, keep you guys get in position and practice this while you're doing it. You can look up and check us out right here, okay? So everyone is grabbing, wrapping, and trapping. Everything normal, trap and roll. As he bridges, top person, partner or parent. As they bridge, look, hips up, my foot goes, rips out. I sneak it out. And I post up my foot so he can't roll me. Roll me that way, roll me that way. There's no way, my foot's too wide. But if he pushes my knee, watch, and slides his leg under, how quickly he sneaks that leg out. Now he traps the leg, turns, sneaks it out, and guard. Very, very important. So the person may pull their hand out. They may also pull their foot up. So if I'm here, he traps me up. Look, if my hand goes out, he's still going to flatten his leg and come under. Now sometimes you get here, he don't trying to slip his leg out, but my leg is too heavy. It's just too heavy. One bonus detail he can use, watch, he bring the other leg over the top and hook with his heel, he grabs my foot. Now it's stuck. And now he's going to turn his hips a little, look, and shove my knee in the half guard. Boom. This is called half guard because he has one leg trapped. Full guard is when both legs are around my body. Half guard is when one of my legs is trapped, but one of my legs is still free. Okay, let's go again. Watch what he did right there, you guys. So my hands are out. He's starting to work. Look, he's going to bring his leg over the top, catch the foot, and drag it in tight. Any details for them right there, Hidon?
No, now, using both your feet on the ground, I want to scoot my hips out this way. When I do that, it should pick up his knee, especially if I trap this tight. When it picks up his knee, I push it inside my half guard, and then we finish the elbow escape on the other side.
Very good detail, you guys. If you have a bully that's like 11 or 12 years old, and the knee is just too heavy, you might not be able to just push the leg and slip right under, right? Sometimes you will, depending. And interestingly, the lower the bully's body is, like if I lay on Hidon fully flat, look how easy he can slide under my knee. So if my weight's on his body, it's not on my knees. But if my weight's off his body, it is on my knee. So as he goes to work, it might be difficult sometimes. That's when you call for backup. And you drag it over, and then you do a little twist, shove the leg in. That heel drag, where you step over and you grab their foot. Very good detail. I've used this one thousands of times when I had guys mounted on me who were like much bigger, not like a little bit bigger. I'm talking like 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pound opponents, mounted, huge guys. You try to push their leg, it doesn't move, it's like a tree trunk. But if you bring your foot over, you catch it and you drag it in the way Hidon showed, you can get under that leg much more easily, get back to half guard. And why is that important to get back to half guard or back to full guard against someone who weighs 400 pounds? Because if I'm 400 pounds and I'm on top of Hidon, we're talking a big bully. We're talking that, 6th grader, 7th grader, you guys. One of the worst, right? So look, he's on top. If Hidon doesn't have me in his guard and I weigh 100 pounds more than him, and I lay all my thing, count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4,
No bueno.
5,
It's
6,
no bueno.
7.
Because my hips crush his ribs a little bit. So having someone huge on top of you is not a pleasant Saturday, right? If they're mounted on you. Now, you have to know how to escape. But if I'm here heavy, watch how quickly Hidon can get out. Look, he entangles my feet. Look, in less than 5 seconds, he already put me in the guard. Now count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No problem. Why is it no problem? Why is it that I can still lay on him, and you guys can even test this out a little with your kids. Why is it that from within his guard, if I lay on him, it's no problem. But if I'm mounted on him, and I lay all my weight, it's not a pleasant Saturday. Because Hidon has the ability to use his thighs to grab my weight and push it back. So a lot of times people are so scared about grappling big people because they don't want to get crushed. So why don't we do this? Get inside the guard, and then top person, lay your chest on them pretty heavy, like just like hands out and just lay. And what Hidon can do is bring his hands around my neck, and then using his legs, look, it just kind of stretches me away.
This is a movement that we talked about using right before we do the guard get up. We cross, we pinch our legs, and using our arms and legs, we push the person south.
Look, even all my weight here,
There.
no problem. So his legs take off all the weight because it's so powerful. So for the drill that we want you guys to practice today, and then throughout the week today, mount escape drill. And then every time you get to the guard, use one of your techniques. So let's do like trap and rolls. You mount, you can transition into full mount, and then from full mount, do some spider kick control. And then if you do elbow escape to guard, do a guard get up, kick out, and get up. Check it out. So here's how this drill would go. Top person gets to choose. Do I want to grab, do I want to punch, or do I want to base out? I have different options, okay? So let's say I'm punching. He holds, he hugs, he climbs the tree. He wraps my arm. Look, boom. After the trap and roll, he lands here, and then from here, he can stay low and block. And then he has two options. He can get up and get away, or as you guys drill this, he can step over, mount on me, and then from here, we can check his control a little bit, maybe some swims. Look, he comes in, we talked about, hug the neck, 1, 2, 3, maybe bulldozer, boom, 1, 2. Look, other side, he's switching, great control, and then it's my turn now. So then he chooses some grips. Look, there it is. Trap, but maybe the foot trap is not that good. Boom, and then I slip out. Boom. And then guard. And then from guard, since I'm the one who did the elbow escape, once we get to guard, if you remember, if you lay your weight on me, look, use your legs, little stretch. Take that weight off your body. And then use your hands, block them, scoot out, put your foot on the stomach, everything's smooth. If they're back, you're good. If they're closer, push their body and kick away, get a little distance, and then make your base get up here, and you're out. So we have lots of combination possibilities, you guys, with rolls and elbow escapes, different options, and different things. So what we want to do right now, make sure you guys practice this week. Focus on your escapes. Focus on your trap and rolls. Focus on your get-ups. Okay, make sure that you're logging all your practice, you guys. It's important that you guys keep track. Look what Hidon has right here at his house. At my house, we have something similar, but look at this. These are jiu-jitsu journeys right here. Valen and Vema. Look at all these check marks. This is a lot of practice. They come in, and what do you have here, Hidon? How did you guys organize this?
We have all the techniques from the Gracie games. So Spider Kid, Shark Bite, Bulldozer, Crazy Horse. And because they're still learning to read, some of the techniques, right, like crocodile control, Victoria drew a little crocodile.
So the girls know.
And then up here, Crazy Horse has a picture of a horse. There's a little shark right there. So that's the game.
So anyways, every time they come to, every night they're doing all the moves, and they get a check for every move they practice. So that's how Hidon's making sure. So each night they do all 10, right?
Yes.
There you go. So this is like 6 or 7 days of practice.
And we usually do it first thing in the morning, actually. Morning time is best. And sometimes they do the moves together.
Yes.
Sometimes they get up in the morning so early. I'm still in bed. We're still sleeping. They come up here by themselves and they practice the techniques and they mark the techniques. They do 2 or 3.
They mark them themselves?
Then they mark them.
Wow.
They do 2 or 3, then they mark them.
See, I need you to, teach my kids to be like that. Epic. Okay, you guys. We want to talk about the rules of engagement, but as we do, we also want to give you guys the chance to join the party here to win base get-ups. This guy. This is Baba Gracie.
So, well, sometimes it's nice to have something to mount, something to hold in your guard.
Yes, keep going.
Something to arm lock that is not your parent.
Or your little sister.
Or your little sister or brother. It's just nice to have something. And Bubba will always be there for you, okay? It doesn't matter, rain or shine, he will be there to be mounted. You can do a little knee on belly on Bubba. You can do a little side control. Especially if
Dude, Haven woke up this morning and we were just, waiting for mom to wake up, just doing our normal life, everyday situation, went to his room, got his Bubba. Bubba is Victoria's creation, has a little skeleton inside, a little jiu-jitsu grappling bear, and got his Bubba in his room and I said, what do you want to do right now? He said, I want to do jiu-jitsu with Bubba. Great. So we took it out to the mat in our living room and he just started rolling. He did like 5 minutes just moving. I said, do mount, do guard, do back mount, arm lock, and he would do the different positions on, but just as long as he can get into the positions, I was like, all right, not bad. So, just ironically, this morning he actually, and it's not every day that he asked, it's been several weeks. So he asked this morning and we did a little Bubba Jitsu.
especially during this time, he's not able to go to a kid's class.
Can't go to class.
Once a week.
And yeah, he can't
So
go to class.
He has his training partner.
So you're gonna win Bubba today. Here's what we wanna know. The foods. The foods. I wanna know new foods. And kids, to enter this one right now, you have to have tried a new food. So we wanna know the new food and which CTC you train at
and the child's name. So parent, start firing. Let us know. Someone's going to win Bubba today. And I want to know food, CTC, and child. I don't need the age, just the child's name, food, and CTC. We're going to hook you guys up. So what foods are we trying? So while you guys are entering to win, only enter once, please. We also want to talk about the rules of engagement. Rule number 1, avoid the fight at all costs. Citizenship.
What does that mean?
Avoid the fight at all costs. What do you guys feel like that means?
It's very easy to get angry and to want to fight. But saying no, even though somebody might be saying or doing something that you don't approve of, there is power in just walking away and saying, no, I don't want to fight, and ignoring the person and walking away. But there's also a time where you can't walk away.
Sometimes you can't walk away, right?
Avoid, avoid, avoid.
Rule number 2, if physically attacked, defend yourself. There comes a point where someone attacks you. That's not the time to say, no, I don't want to fight. No, they're attacking you. You defend yourself. And the beauty of jiu-jitsu is when it's time to defend yourself, you can do it without being violent.
For example, what if you have a 2.5-year-old younger brother or sister and they attack you?
Right.
They start hitting you. And you're 6 or 8 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. You have a choice. You can hit them back, or
yes,
you can take them down carefully, being careful they don't hit their head in the ground, knock them to the ground, and then hold them down.
Yes.
Crocodile control and hold them. If you hit them back, then you're using a little more than what you need. It's a little excessive. So defend yourself by using just what is necessary to neutralize that which is attacking you. So a 2.5-year-old, and if you're going against,
just hold
if
them.
a kid at the park is attacking you, that's your same age.
Right.
It's almost the same thing
As a little baby.
because they don't know the same jiu-jitsu techniques that you know.
So even with someone who tried to attack you, you can be gentle with them. You can be kind. And this falls into citizenship, where even upon defending yourself from a physical attack, you can be gentle in response. That's a good citizen. Because maybe they're attacking you because they had a really bad day. Maybe they're attacking you because their older brother attacks them regularly. So whatever the situation is, if you can be gentle and kind, even in your self-defense, you're teaching them to be a better citizen. And that's the highest level of citizenship, isn't one who's just a good citizen. It's the one who also emanates positivity and good citizenship, teaching others by example. Rule number 3, if verbally attacked, follow the 3 T steps: talk, tell, tackle. And the reason we put verbally after rule number 2, physically, because it's easier to defend yourself when someone attacks you physically. Do you understand? It's easier in the sense of, oh, they punch, you just take them down and hold them down. It's no debate. The harder bully to defend against is the bully who always jabs you with their words every single day, calling you the same names.
So verbally means with words. And what are some things that kids might be saying?
Oh, rumors.
Right? 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds. What is being said verbally?
Shoot,
You're stupid.
When Haven came home one day, Haven said, "Dad, there's a little situation today." Oh, we was later in the evening. He says, "Yeah, this guy, bully, because he kind of knew bullying and what it was." And I said, "Tell me all about it." He says, "Yeah, well, there was 2 other kids playing on the playground, and they called me a baby." And for a 4-year-old, being called a baby is the worst thing in the world.
Because he's far from a baby.
Yes.
Babies are 1.
So the point is, then we have to talk to him, tell him, Haven, stand up for yourself. Talk, tell, tackle. Like you give him that confidence that it's okay, Haven. Tell him to stop. Tell the teacher. So back to talk, tell, tackle. Talk. Set the boundary. Tell the bully it's unacceptable what they're doing. You have to draw the line.
You can say, "I don't like when you call me a baby."
Simple. You can say it however you want, but you have to draw the line. Because if there is no line, one could argue that there is no violation. Right? Because sometimes, hey, every day someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, cantaloupe, hey, watermelon," and they're calling you fruits every single day. Is that bullying or is that joking? Is that bullying or is that joking? When they're teasing, poking, making fun of you every single day.
Hey, stop calling me a cantaloupe.
There you go. And if I keep doing it after he tells me to stop, what is it? Bullying or joking? Now you know it's bullying. So how can you tell the difference between someone joking with you and someone actually bullying you? That's the question. And the answer is, joking stops when you ask it to. Joking stops when you ask it to. So if they're teasing you and you say stop, that's the end of it. But if they're teasing and you say stop and they keep going, now you know you have someone who's not on your team. And if that happens, what's the next step?
T step number 2.
Tell.
Tell who?
Somebody. Tell your parents.
Parents,
Tell a teacher.
teacher, any trusted adult who you know you can go to and say, hey, this kid is teasing or making fun of me or doing whatever they're doing verbally, right?
You just want to put it on the record.
Yes, because that's going to help you with T-step number 3. If they keep doing it, even after you tell the teachers and they try to help and it doesn't solve it, and now they keep making fun of you, at that point, you got to say, listen, you look them dead in the eye and you say, it's very simple. Every day you come up, you tease me. Do you want to fight me? Is that what you're trying to do? No, why would I want to fight you? You're weak. Okay, then stop wasting my time. That's called verbal jiu-jitsu. You just, right? You tricked them into it. Because if you say, do you want to fight me? And they say, yeah, then say, okay, do it. Stop talking and do something about it. If they say, no, why would I want to fight you? You say, okay, stop wasting my time then. One or the other. It's called a dilemma. They have to choose. And either way they lose because you're going to defend yourself no matter what. And what happens when this happens, either they attack you or they leave you alone forever because they know that we're getting too close to the edge of the cliff. You have to draw that line, and that's jiu-jitsu. Verbal jiu-jitsu, you're tackling them with your words. If they attack you, then you physically tackle them and it's game over. Jiu-jitsu, take them down, hold them. Or if you fall down, pull them in your guard and just hang on for tight and just defend yourself.
So would you say that most bullies, when you say, do you want to fight me?
Yeah, you're making fun of me every day. Do you want to fight? Is that what you want from this?
Most bullies do not want to fight.
Yes.
They want to continue to verbally bully you forever. They don't want to fight.
There you go.
If they wanted to fight, they would have already attacked you.
That's true.
So know that when you say that, most will say, all right, and they'll stop. Some may still just move towards you. So you have to be ready to fight them. And let us tell you this right now, you are ready. If you are training jiu-jitsu how we're talking about, you'll be just fine.
And even if you lose the fight, you win the war because you stood up for yourself. All right. And if you defend yourself, you're going to go to the office. They're going to say, hey, you guys got in a fight. Everyone's in trouble. And you're going to say what? Wait a minute. I already told the teachers.
I asked this bully to stop.
I told the bully to stop. I told the teacher he was bullying me. She talked to him. He still does it when she's not looking. I defended myself. If I get in trouble now, I'm okay with that. But know that I told everyone and nobody helped.
And my parents are also okay with that.
Yes, because they're team jiu-jitsu for life. Parents, make sure you verbally confirm that what we just said is all true. To your own child. Last one. Not two more actually. Never punch or kick the bully. Establish control and negotiate. You guys already know this. Don't become the bully. Fight fire with water, right? If you get on top, you don't have to punch them till they're bloody. No. Hold them down. Break their spirit. Let them up. You guys can still be friends after the fact. And rule number 5, when applying submissions, if it gets that far, if you get that deep into it, apply minimal force and negotiate. You don't have to break anyone's arm or go violent. No, just lock their arm up and say, hey, I'm going to let you go. But I need you to chill out because I'm tired of your antics. And they wrap it up. All right. 5 rules. You guys should all know those rules. I'm serious. Let's see what we got here. We got some foods, sweet potatoes. We got some string beans. We got some carrots from Caleb. We got Sky has some spring mix, butter chickpeas, mushrooms, bok choy, anchovies, asparagus from Haley and Cora. And cute prize. Thank you, Rachel Adams, Edmonton. What is she trying? I need some foods, you guys. No food, no deal. Let's see right here. Beets. Oh, I love that. Piper had beets. She's 8 years old. Acorn squash from Ava. We love it, you guys. Got it every week. We're trying new food. I don't want the same fruit from last week. New food. Kiwi. Kiwi from Safia in Torrance. What's up, Safia? We got Mia, Edmonton. Tried zucchini, Brussels sprouts. This is beautiful. Acorn squash. Madison, Mississippi. Beef stroganoff is a new food. We love it. We love it. What do we got? What do you see here? We got bok choy from Ethan. No multiple entries here. Let's see. I'm going to choose one right in here. Let's see. Perfect. Love it. Come on, you guys. Let's see who we got. Boom, boom. Got it. Let's go with it. Ava, age 8, acorn squash.
I've never even tried that. Acorn squash?
And she trains in Tulsa, Oklahoma with Robert Davenport. You're very lucky, Ava. Robert is one of the best of the best. Robert, keep up the great work out there. Tulsa, beautiful new school you guys got going over there. Can't wait to get back in there. Get on the mats. And get back
the
in
mats
practice.
are green.
Oh, they're so green. Ava, congratulations. Robert, hit us up and let us know. We can send Bubba, the grappling bear, out to you guys. Well, thanks for joining us, you guys. This was a great pleasure. Today was escape focus and citizenship. And we think we covered lots of great topics and ideas and a reminder on the rules of engagement. Now, you don't need a lot of rules of engagement right now, except for your own siblings because you're locked up in your house, most of you, but they're still good to know. All right, so make sure you guys practice those. And by the time you get your next belt, you should have all the rules memorized. Rule number 1, avoid the fight at all costs. Rule number 2, if physically attacked, defend yourself. Rule number 3, follow the 3 T steps when verbally attacked, talk, tell, tackle. Rule number 4, never punch or kick the bully, establish control and negotiate. And rule number 5, when applying submissions, if it gets that far, use minimal force and negotiate. Thank you guys for joining us. Evandro, thank you for helping monitor the situation. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Ava, Bubba's coming your way.